Princess Leonor in action, how military training prepares her for Spain's throne. Biceps Spain. A princess in uniform, marching boots instead of high heels. The heir to Spain's throne carrying a rifle instead of a royal scepter. Sounds impossible. Think again. Princess Leonor is rewriting what it means to be royal, through discipline, sacrifice, and service. At dawn, when most of Spain is still wrapped in sleep, Princess Leonor's day has already begun. The sound of the bugle pierces the silence at the General Military Academy in Zaragoza. The future queen rises with precision, no royal handmaidens, no luxury breakfast trays, only the cold discipline of military life. The world sees her as a symbol of grace and destiny, but here, she is Cadet Bourbon Ortiz. A name stripped of royal privilege. A title replaced by rank. And that's the point. Because Leonor isn't just preparing to wear a crown. She's preparing to earn it. From the moment she entered the academy in August 2023, she vowed to live as one of them. To march, run, crawl, sweat, and lead. To endure whatever a young officer endures. No exceptions. No shortcuts. It was the same oath her father, King Felipe VI, once took. A legacy now reborn through his daughter's footsteps. Yet this isn't simply a story about training. It's a test of destiny. How does a young woman, born into royalty, become a leader forged in discipline and service? Leonor's training days are structured down to the minute. Physical drills at dawn, combat lessons before breakfast, tactical exercises through the rugged Aragonese hills. Every movement is deliberate, every decision measured. The academy demands not perfection, but perseverance. In her first week, instructors made it clear, she would not receive special treatment. She slept in shared quarters. She made her bed to military standards. She cleaned her boots, washed her uniform, and carried her rifle with the same weight and duty as anyone else. The young cadet's quiet determination soon caught attention. Her peers described her as respectful, focused, and humble. She wasn't there to impress. She was there to learn. But let's pause for a moment. Why does a princess, destined to inherit a throne, choose the rigors of military life? Because in Spain, the monarchy is not merely symbolic. It's constitutional. The monarch serves as head of state, and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. When that day comes, Leonor must be ready not just to represent Spain, but to protect it. This isn't just about prestige. It's about responsibility. To lead her people, she must first understand those who serve them. And so, each day, Leonor learns more than tactics and drills. She learns discipline under pressure. She learns to take orders before giving them. She learns that authority means nothing without empathy. Her father knew this lesson well. King Felipe trained in the same institutions decades earlier, and his time in the military shaped his leadership. He often said, "The uniform teaches you humility. You learn to serve before you lead." Now, that same lesson echoes in Leonor's journey. During the first months, there were moments of exhaustion. Days when the training was relentless, marches under scorching sun, long hours of study, cold early mornings. But she never gave up. Her instructors quietly noted her resilience, her willpower, her grace under strain. Each obstacle became part of her transformation. Each drill, each salute, each command built not just skill, but character. And then came her first major milestone, her first oath of allegiance to the flag. A ceremony both sacred and historical. Standing tall in full uniform, with her right hand over her heart, Leonor swore loyalty to Spain and its constitution. The weight of her words was profound. She wasn't only pledging as a cadet, but as the nation's future sovereign. In that moment, something shifted. The Spanish people saw her not just as their princess, but as their leader in the making. The images spread across the world. A young woman, resolute and proud, promising service and honor. And suddenly, Spain's monarchy didn't feel distant. It felt human. That's the power of her training. It's not just shaping a soldier. It's shaping a symbol of unity. The months that followed were intense. From tactical simulations to mountain survival courses, Leonor faced challenges few royals have ever known. She learned to navigate with compass and map. To build shelters from nothing. To move silently under moonlight during night operations. Her instructors praised her courage. Her peers admired her composure. But the most remarkable thing, she never used her royal status for comfort. If anything, she worked harder to prove she deserved her place. In her letters to family, rare glimpses of her inner thoughts, Leonor reportedly shared her pride in the experience. She spoke of how the academy changed her, how the sense of camaraderie among cadets made her feel connected to Spain in a new way. And it wasn't all solemn discipline. There were moments of laughter. Bonds formed in the mess hall over shared meals. Friendships that transcended background or birth. These relationships are the hidden heart of military life, the understanding that unity builds strength. Meanwhile, back in Madrid, Queen Letizia followed her daughter's journey closely. Behind her public composure lies a mother's pride, and a quiet awareness of what this path means. Letizia knows that each step Leonor takes in those boots brings her closer to the heavy mantle of the crown. King Felipe, too, watches with pride. He has walked that path, and he knows the trials it brings. The king has often said that Leonor's generation must lead Spain with courage, modernity, and compassion. Her training is the first step toward that vision. But there's something more profound happening here. Leonor's military experience is reshaping how the world sees monarchy in the 21st century. No longer a relic of privilege, but a living institution built on duty and merit. Across Europe, royal heirs are redefining tradition. But none quite like Leonor. Because she's doing it at a time when Spain is changing, socially, politically, emotionally. She represents continuity, yes, but also renewal. As the months pass, Leonor's progress continues. Her leadership skills grow. Her tactical knowledge deepens. She learns to command small units, to strategize, to analyze terrain. These aren't just skills for the battlefield, they're lessons for leadership itself. Every march, every salute, every order teaches her about responsibility. It's not about power, it's about service. And that's where her training connects most deeply with the idea of monarchy. To serve the people, not rule them. To lead by example, not decree. In one of her most symbolic moments, during a field exercise in harsh terrain, Leonor was seen comforting a fellow cadet who had fallen behind. No cameras, no ceremony, just instinct. Compassion in the midst of discipline. That's leadership. Spain noticed. The press noticed. But most importantly, her generation noticed. Young Spaniards began seeing her not as a distant figure, but as one of them. Someone willing to sacrifice comfort for country. Someone willing to learn before leading. And that shift in perception matters deeply for the monarchy's future. After her time at Zaragoza, Leonor's journey will continue. She'll train with the Navy and the Air Force, following the same path as her father. She'll board ships, fly aircraft, and learn command protocols. Each stage preparing her not just as a symbolic queen, but as a capable, informed leader. Imagine the scene years from now, Spain's Queen Leonor, not just crowned, but commanding. Leading with the steadiness of a soldier, the wisdom of a stateswoman, and the heart of a daughter who once rose before dawn to earn her place. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right now, she's still a cadet. Still rising with the morning bugle. Still perfecting her salute. Still writing the story of a modern monarchy through her actions. There's something poetic about that. The crown she will one day wear is being forged not in gold, but in grit. Every blister, every sleepless night, every test of endurance, it's all part of Spain's preparation for its next queen. And the people see it. They feel it. In a world of spectacle, Leonor offers authenticity. Her story reminds us that leadership isn't inherited, it's earned. And that even in the corridors of palaces, the truest strength comes from service. The young princess once stood before the flag and swore her loyalty. But her greatest oath may not have been spoken aloud. It's the silent promise she renews each morning, to be worthy of the trust her nation places in her. As the sun rises over Zaragoza, and the sound of boots echoes through the academy courtyard, Leonor marches forward. Step by step, duty by duty, preparing not just for command, but for the crown. And when that day finally comes, Spain will not just see a monarch. It will see a soldier, a daughter, and a leader molded by discipline, honor, and heart. Princess Leonor in action. A future queen forged in the fire of service. A story still unfolding. A destiny still in motion. And as history watches, one thing is clear: Spain's future rests not only on a throne, but on the strong, steady march of a young woman in uniform.